This podcast was recorded on Kaurna land. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of Kaurna country and country throughout Australia. I recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationship with the land, and pay my respects to elders past, present and upcoming. Thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with game codes, enabling me to conduct research and produce this podcast.
So. Ew. That was stupid.
Come on, Snana.
Woohoo!
Oh, yes. Ew.
Mashuno!
Hey peeps, it's Alex, Woohoo Tattoo, your Australian Sims bestie. Welcome to Live Mode, a Sims podcast where we get to hang out and chat about what's happening in the Sims world right now. So grab a cuppa, grab a Tim Tam, get cozy, maybe start the Sims up. Let's have a chat about The Sims 4. So today we have a very exciting episode because I have a special guest and we've got some new kits. And then of course we have got some transparency and some news from EA. So let's head straight over to the welcome wagon. Hi, Peacemaker. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Well, for like a Wednesday morning.
Yay! Well, thank you so much for joining us on Live Mode. I'm so excited to have you here because you've just released something exciting.
Yes.
I'm going to tell everyone about that.
I have released a creator kit, Grange Mudroom, which came out on the 21st of August.
Yay! Well, it's actually incredible. I did a review for it. I actually recorded my review last night, and I'm going to be talking about that in this podcast too. But yeah, it is so much fun, and I think all the neurodivergent kids are excited because you made everything match.
It was like I like things to match, but also not to match, like to have a bit of contrast. I'm just like, I just did like a little snippet video this morning of like all the swatches, and I was like putting them together. I'm like, these all look so good. I was very happy with how it turned out.
The first thing I did was I made a rainbow. I was like, it needs to be a rainbow. Well, that's so awesome. Thank you. Now, can you tell me a little bit about you and what you do?
Well, I've been a Sims creator for, I don't know how long, a long time. Like I started back in like late Sims 3 era and then eventually transitioned to Sims 4. I have made lots of different things, but lately I just make like object custom content because that's what I enjoy. I still have people go, we like you making male clothing. I'm just like, but I can't remember how to do that anymore.
That's fine. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Exactly. I love decorating. Like, so many people play the game in different ways. And like, I do play it, but I just love building and decorating. And that's why I make content.
That's fine. That's it.
So,
that's wicked. And that's
and then like people benefit when I release it.
Exactly. Love that. Well, okay. Tell me about how you got into The Sims then.
How did I get into The Sims? Like, the very first game I actually played was The Sims Castaway Stories.
Oh.
And what was it? Life Stories, I think it was as well. But it's sort of like the spin-off ones from Sims 2. And then I didn't play for a while, and I was at uni at the time, and I had a friend that was playing, and like, oh, the new Sims game's coming out soon. I'm just like, I've never actually really, it's been a while since I played a live sim game, and like, I kind of got hooked. And then, like, it'd been a few years, like, I did a lot of building. I'd been known for building. I was even, at the time, I think, I was invited to Jungle Adventures release when they had it in San Francisco, and I went to that. I think it was 2009. And yeah, back then I was known as a builder in the community. And then the Sims team released the Creator Pattern tool. And it was my first sort of taste of creating content for the game. I'm just like, I can create patterns that I want.
That's so cool.
So I started with that, and then it sort of snowballed from there. I started making content like content for male Sims because, they they kind of get ignored quite a bit. It's like,
Yeah.
I can understand why, but it's like the majority of the Sims I play with are men, so I want more content for them. And then it started going into like decorating and thing. And then Sims 4 came around and I started doing the same thing. And then I was like, let's try this blender thing. How bad could it be? And it was bad. And then I got used to it. And then I started making objects, and it's kind of just gone from there. It's been such a long time.
Amazing.
I've created so much. I like have people ask me, it's like, where's that content from? It's like, I know I made it. I can't remember where it's from though.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing. So were you a gamer previous to playing The Sims though? Were you playing other consoles and franchises?
I still play everything. Like, I don't just play one game. I always think variety is the spice of life.
Definitely.
Like, currently I'm not playing. I got the new Switch 2 recently. That was my treat for finishing this kit. It was just like, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to get the new Switch. And so I'm playing the Scarlet Violet Pokemon games.
Oh, yes. I'm a big Pokemon fan. Actually, I'm wearing my Pokemon shirt today. Look. Because Crystal is OG. That's the best.
Like, I wasn't allowed to have like the Nintendo consoles when I was like younger. Like, my first Nintendo console was the 64, but all the Pokemon games were on the handheld, so I didn't have those. So, but like, I started buying them for myself when I got the original Switch, and just like, I have the newer ones. I haven't been sort of exposed to the older ones. But I'm just like, maybe we'll get remasters, or like,
yeah, I hope so.
They'll get compatible at some point.
I was the opposite. My parents bought the PlayStation because they didn't want the Nintendo. And I ended up getting a Game Boy for Christmas because I had the Game Boy, but then we were never allowed to have the Nintendo 64 or a Super NES or anything like that. So it was like I had a Sega and then a PlayStation, but then I had a Game Boy. And then my brother got a Game Boy, and then I wasn't allowed to have Pokemon because Pokemon's for boys. And I was like...
Pokemon's for anyone.
I know. And now I still play Pokemon and he doesn't. So
I love playing Pokemon. But yeah. But I have like so many games on my wish list at the moment, like, and a huge amount of backlog that I need to play. But like, earlier this year I was playing Avowed by Obsidian.
Oh yeah.
That was I really enjoyed that. And like, there's been a few more that have been released. I need to play, like Atomfall, which is like a survival sort of Fallout one, and
cool.
like South of Midnight, which is completely different, which is sort of like Bayou, Mississippi sort of folklore stuff.
Cool. Very different sort of stuff.
Yeah, I have like a bunch of games that I like playing, and it's kind of a bit of everything.
All right. Well, okay. What would be your top, aside from Sims, what would be your top favorite game of all time?
Oh, it depends on the gear.
Like my children.
Don't make me choose. Oh. Franchise, if we went for a franchise, if we ignore the last 15 minutes of the game, Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah.
Like 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just ignore the last bit of the last game. Individual game, I probably like everyone who played it, I sunk like 800 hours or more into Skyrim.
Yeah. God, I remember when Skyrim came out. That's when I worked in gaming. And I remember that week, I didn't actually, for the next 6 months, I didn't talk to anybody, like all my friends, all my boyfriend, my best friends. I have a message from my friend, RIP, miss him every day. But I had this message and it's like, hey, do you want to hang out and listen to The Cure? Everyone else is playing Skyrim. And I'm like, that is such a you message. And I've literally got it printed and stuck in my diary because I miss him every day. But it's just, oh my God, it's so of the time.
It's the very definition of a life ruiner game.
It really is. It's like when there was a game coming out and I'm like, okay, well, you won't see me. Bye. I'm like, I'm taking 2 weeks off work. See ya. Oh, I love it. That's the best. All right. Well, I have some questions for you. Just about, obviously, this new pack. So let's talk about it. Because I think this is the first time that an Australian creator has actually been picked to do a creator kit.
Oh, what? There's been 6. So mine was like the 6th one released. I think there's been...
Yeah, cool.
So CRYPTIC along with me, and then...
I'm trying to think of them all now. How is it like working with EA?
I had to get up earlier because of time zones. But other than that, no, it was really good. Oh, it's nice having like direct feedback and like talking to the devs, because it's just nice to have that sort of feedback and being able to like talk to them through issues and stuff. But yeah, the time zones kind of was really hard because I was mainly, I think that they're on the west coast of the US and I'm here in Western Australia, and it's something like 15 or 16 hours time difference. So like when you talk about releases, like,
because it's even like a 4-hour difference here. I'm even just noticing like the lag in our convo.
it should only be an hour and a half. I think it's an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, true.
With us.
Oh, I'm thinking of flight time.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah. It's about 4-hour flight. Live in the most isolated capital in the world, you know. But like,
but that's why it's lovely.
But yeah, it like time zones. Like everyone's like, I've wanted to stay up for the release, but it's like 1 a.m. in the morning for me. I'm just like, I'm old. I need sleep.
Yeah. See, I was in a YouTube seminar the other day, and they were like, it's at 1 a.m., like 1:30. No, actually, sorry, it was 2 a.m. here in Adelaide. And I was like, how am I going to be like corporate in this YouTube seminar? And so I just sat in an hoodie and I like turned off all the lights and I took off my makeup and was just like, don't look at me. But yeah, the time zone's tricky because it's like 9 a.m. Monday morning there, and it's like, no, it's midnight. Sorry.
But yeah, despite the time zones, it was great. It's like I asked something before I went to bed, and I had an answer when I got up in the morning. But yeah, I like started a new routine for it, and I'd get up at 6 a.m. So if I had any questions, I could still talk to them while they're in the office. And yeah, so you know, then I got sick for like a month, and that's gone out the window, and now I've got to start up again.
Oh, do you think you working with the dev team, you learned more about how to create content for yourself?
Like it did give me sort of like an insight, just like how much effort goes into creating content. It's just like I already knew just based on like sort of general knowledge. It's just people sort of think it's like a snap of the fingers and like content's created. It's just like there's so much more that goes into it. Like one thing is, like generally when I create my own sort of sets, I have an idea in my head and just like I go into Blender and I mock it up. But when I need to explain to other people, I'm like, how am I going to do that? So I had to like sort of take those ideas and put them onto paper and sort of like show them exactly how, like what I wanted to accomplish. And like, that's very different sort of approach to what I'm used to. But it was like kind of good as well because I sort of got into sort of drawing concepts as well.
Yeah, I saw some of your drawings and they looked really good.
That I don't know if I would use the word good, but they got the idea across, so that's what counts. But yeah, it's just there's definitely it was a learning experience, especially trying out something new because of just like the workflow of having to create it. So
you know, my favorite thing that you did was you created a little thread on Blue Sky, and it was basically your thoughts and your like process and how you use that. And I really felt that was very knowledgeable, and it was a really good way to sort of introduce your kit. So I wanted to say thank you so much for doing that. It helped me as a creator, like as a reviewer, understand how you made these decisions. So thank you.
You're welcome. It's like I wanted to put something up and I thought it was going to be longer. I'm just like, I can't think of anything else.
In Adelaide, we have a suburb called Grange.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was trying to find what the word Grange meant. And do you know how hard it is to find? Because I was like, Grange architecture. And it was just like houses in Grange. And I'm like, no.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to get you to confirm this. I'm assuming you mean Grange as in like the farmhouse.
So it's just I love thesauruses. I love thesauruses.
That's cool. Like, my favorite dinosaur.
Yes, I love putting like when I come for titles, I'm like I sort of like what like this, and it'll just be I'll put the word in plus synonym in like Google and like, ooh, what words can I use? So I didn't want to use farmhouse or like farmstead or something like that because it didn't really have the right ring to it. I'm just like synonym of those is Grange is basically just a farmhouse like on the Grange sort of thing. But like I had a few people ask, like, what does that mean? I'm just like, oh, it just means farmhouse. It's fine.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you for explaining that. I love that. I've added a new word to my vocabulary. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what's your favorite piece in that whole pack?
It was actually the first piece I created for the kit, which is the closets. I just love sort of things that like go together and just like you create like a wall of them and they're just seamless and it's just, yeah.
It's pretty.
Second favorite bit is the vase of hydrangeas.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
I just love a good vase of flowers.
It's a good size too. When I put it up, I was expecting it to be smaller, and then I was like, "Whoa, this is a big boy!" And
no,
it's like good.
Like I don't know if it was included in one of the pictures I posted on Blue Sky, but like my inspiration when I saw it, I think was a big vase of hydrangeas because hydrangea flowers are not small. They're like
no, they're huge.
They're the size of my hands, and just like needs to be big. But also, I didn't want it like too big.
And the other thing is, we can size them down too.
Exactly.
We got those bracket keys.
But yeah, I always love a good vase of flowers. It just doesn't feel complete without something like that.
No, I called it. I really love the rugs are beautiful. So thank you for those. The colors are so pretty. And I love the tiny little plant.
Yeah, there's not so like the reason behind that one was we don't have a lot of small slotted plants.
That's what I said.
Generally, a lot of them is like for medium slots. I'm just like, I wanted one that fitted on a small slot because like it was sort of like I wanted it to sort of be in proportion to everything, like the keys and sunglasses as well. Like it needed to be in proportion. It's like people love little potted plants. Let's put a little potted plant in there.
And those sunglasses are Ray-Bans, and I was like, I have those sunglasses. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, like I have a friend that's like, I think it's like I don't specifically think they're branded as a Ray-Ban, but like their glasses are always that frame because they have big prism ones, so they needed a thick frame to hold them. And just like even like I have a pair of sunglasses and they're basically Ray-Ban style. Just like they're just a classic style that everyone recognizes.
It's the Wayfarer.
Yeah,
I love it. Yay! Well, I was saying in my video about how I'm like, I love that we got a tiny little plant because I don't know if you remember this, but back in when Sims 4 came out, the clutter was always on the big slots, like there weren't the small slots. So now we've got small slots. There's not a lot of clutter that fits that. So to have a nice little small slot, you can slot that in everywhere. And I think in my video, I put like maybe 20 of them on one shelf.
Yes, I do love small. Yes, I do love small slotted deco. I wanted to do like a bit of a mixture, so had the plant and the keys as the small, and then there was the mail and the vase, which were medium, and then I think I can't remember if the basket is medium or large, but it'll go on both anyway. I like having that mixture because like when I do my content, I like having a mixture of the slot sizes, and it helps it group together as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful. No, that's really cool. It's beautifully well done. I'm so proud of you. Like, honestly, I did my video last night and I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this one first because I was so excited for it. It's just wonderful. I love it. And I was saying I've already done 2 builds and I was like, I'm putting those keys in straight away. They're right there. So I know for a fact that you used Pinterest for your inspiration, but when you're making content for yourself, is it usually a Pinterest? Like, what's your process?
Yes, I have all my, like, because I found out people started following me on Pinterest. I'm just like, I hope these aren't people trying to spy on my future content. So all my boards are private. And so I just dump things in there when I see them. And like, it's all on Pinterest. I'm just like, oh, that looks pretty. Pinterest. Like, just pin it in everything. And yeah, that's generally how I work. So the only difference between me making my own content and when I did this kit was just that intermediary where I sort of had to do like mood boards and like show them what sort of content I wanted to make. Generally, I just go to Pinterest, look at the picture. I'm like, I'm making something like that. Then I'd go into Blender and just mock it up.
When you're making your own content, how long does it usually take just to make, say, one, like say that cupboard that you made? How long would it usually take you to make that?
So the cupboard, like something that size, for me personally, doesn't take very long. Like I could get it from start to finish to view it in game without like all the swatch styles in like a day because it's rectangular.
Yeah, it's pretty basic. Yeah. Because obviously Blender.
But then plants take the longest. They can be like 2 days because you got to do like, because it's just trying to get the stylization because it's an artsy sort of style Sims 4. So the plants sort of have to fit in with that, and hand drawing that can.
And I
take a
guess
bit of
also
time.
the different angles and stuff. Because I'm just thinking, because I don't use Blender. I did do some 3ds Max training. Don't ask me how. But I know for a fact that especially when you're doing the plants, you've got to do like at least 3 or 4 different angles of those leaves.
Well, honestly, like you can, but like with
There's probably hacks.
you don't really necessarily need to do it. Like it really depends on the plant. Some of them you can get away with doing one leaf. Like I think I did a rubber tree a while ago and I just used one, but I did the variation by like twisting the mesh and like doing different leaf sizes, and it was enough to sort of give it a bit of variety. But like if it's something
Okay, cool.
like it's something like a vine,
Yeah.
then like with the one that was included, even that little one, I did like I think 3 or 4 different vines because they need to be different.
Yeah, wow.
So it really depends on what it is.
It's such an art form, and I think a lot of the content creators do get looked over because obviously people just go, oh yeah, I'll download this. Yeah, I'll download this. They don't think about the actual work that goes into it. So thank you for all that hard work.
Oh, that's okay. Well, it is basically my artistic sort of release to sort
Expression.
of do. Yeah. It's like some people, like I used to draw quite a lot, and then like this has sort of replaced that in a sense. And
Yeah, that's it.
it's like, yes, it's a nice outlet because especially considering when I used to do my previous job, it was very sort of technical and stuff and just needed that creative outlet to just relax.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, thank you for that. All right. Well, do you have anything else to tell us about the Grange Mudroom?
Ran pretty smoothly, to be honest. Like I really wanted to do a mudroom because like it's sort of an area of a home that hasn't really been covered by many objects since the release of the game. I'm just like I could see a lot of potential there to create something that people would be like, I didn't know I needed that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And it was just, yeah, I just wanted to create something that was just not what everyone else had released and was just a little bit different, but also could be used in those other spaces.
I mean, we're always looking for someone to put that umbrella stand.
Like I really loved, it was a coat rack that came with seasons, and I like, it was like really nice. I'm just like, I wish there was more of this stuff.
It's nice that the Sims are branching out to the creators because we do play the game and we do see the gaps and can actually, help expand on the game where this. I mean, I'm not saying that the devs don't play the game, but obviously as creators we can see what we want and we can get that included, which is really, really cool. Awesome. All right. Well, if anybody is looking at starting to make content, where would they start? How would you get them started?
I always say start simple. So if you wanted to create sort of like even just objects or like CAS items, recolors are the best way to go because you need to get familiar with a graphics editing program before you sort of jump into doing like the modeling aspect, because a texture is just as important as the mesh underneath. And you need to know sort of like the basics of how to create it or edit it in order to do the rest of it. So I actually find the meshing part and the UV unwrapping the easier part, and it's the texture that takes the longest because I try and get as close to the Sim style as I can so it sort of fits in with other content. It can take a while to sort of do that.
For those people listening, this is when we talk about Maxis Match versus Alpha, right?
Yes. I wouldn't say I'm explicitly Maxis Match, but I'm closer. I think the word that some people use, it's not really well known. It's detailed Maxis.
Detailed Maxis. Okay, cool.
Yes. So like a little bit more detailed than what you get, and then
it's a spectrum. I like that.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
It is. Like it really is. It's like one end is Maxis Match, the other end is Alpha, and then there's all the people in between.
Yeah, because I was saying about how CRYPTIC Sims kit has a bit of texture on the lips. where a lot of the other stuff doesn't. And I'm like, they say that they're a Maxis Match creator, but there's texture, and I'm like, this is alpha to me. So yeah, thank you for clearing that up. I learned something today, guys. How fun. Well, thank you for sharing that. So I've made some content. My content's very bad. But I'm a bit of a whiz when it comes to, well, not a whiz, but I'm okay in Photoshop, but I cannot work out that texture thing. So I'm going to have to keep nailing it, I think.
Yeah, that like people, like even my creator friends, they all do it a different way. It's just like, yeah. And like every couple of years I like learn something new and like change it up completely, and then it improves, and then I'm always learning new things. But yeah, it's a constant learning process. It's not something you get easily.
That's life though, isn't it? If we're not learning, we're dead. How's that for some philosophy though? Yeah. All right, let's have a bit of a play. Are you ready for a power sip speed round?
I hope so.
Yarbadoo, zonker, yarbadoo.
So these are just a little bunch of questions. Basically just some Sims questions. It's all about like head empty, no thoughts, whatever comes to your mind, and it's just about how you play The Sims, basically. All right.
Oh no, I hope it's not remembering Sims names, because I suck at remembering names.
It's okay. We do have sometimes I do a smash or pass, and it's about the NPCs, but I usually only do that for gameplay, so it's all right. I've got it customized for you, babe. It's all good. All right, so
thank you.
Power Sip speed round. What is happening in your game save at the moment?
It's currently a total mess because it's like was testing content. My lot late looks like a mess. It has everything strewn over from just that last event we did. Like all the things you have to buy to do it. Yeah, that and it's just a whole bunch of unfinished houses.
Yeah, I've got one of those saves as well. So if you were in game, is it creator sim, build mode, or gameplay?
Build mode.
Build mode?
Definitely build mode. Yeah.
Amazing. If you are playing gameplay, what is your play style? Do you do challenges or family or legacy, or what's your go?
I like the occasional challenge. I like the occasional challenge, but like I had one that I still occasionally do, which is Fixer Upper.
Oh yeah.
So I like move a sim into like a horrible house, take away all their money, and then they have to work to fix it up.
Cute. I've never heard of that one. I love Rags to Riches. So I might have to look at that. That's cool. All right. Do you have a chaotic moment you want to talk about?
No, my Sims are chaotic because like when I'm changing between them, like they just rock up in the worst horrible outfits, like that hot dog one. I'm just like, why are you in a hot dog outfit?
Yeah, we know.
I didn't even. Yeah, no, my Sims are chaotic. I'm just like, yeah.
Perfect. All right. So, do you remember your first Sims memory?
My first Sims memory would have been playing Castaway Stories and like the weird little orangutan that was in the game.
Yeah.
It's just like, it was just just following around. Yeah, that'd probably be my first memory.
Love that. Oh, that's so good. So out of all of the Sims, Sims 3, Sims 2, whatever, what's your favorite expansion pack or pack?
Oh no. Werewolves. Because they're my favorite occult.
Yeah.
It's my favorite occult.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
I think, yeah.
Do you usually play with occults?
Really like werewolves and No.
Okay.
I generally don't. It's the only occult I really like and enjoy playing. And like I felt that was so hard done by in like Sims 3. I thought it was so much better than Sims 4. It's like that's probably blasphemy to a lot of people, but
no, it's not. It's actually a very common, like I found a lot of people say that. So I'm going to have to go back in and play some werewolves, I think. All right. Well, leading into that, this is just a side question. How do you feel about fairies?
I can't say I was really a fan of them, but I played the expansion and like I was actually playing with them and enjoying it. I'm just like, who am I? Like, what? Like, I'm enjoying playing with fairies because I like the gardening aspect of the game, and it ties into the gardening aspect. So they make me happy. It's like boost to gardening.
Yay! All right, what questions are going to be next? All right. Well, in that case, let's move on to some more gameplay stuff because I feel like I need to know more about this chaos. What's your favorite woohoo location? Your face just went pink. Peacemaker is pink.
I like the new rug that came with Lobster Rug.
Oh, the burrito.
But it has to be the bear one.
The bear
Because it's just so corny. It's just so corny.
It's so Sims
the bear
1.
one.
Sims 1 vacation. All right. And
that or the bush.
Or the bush, yeah. I don't know if you saw the other day, someone on Blue Sky posted a picture of like the bush with the flowers, and it was like, I didn't know what to do. And I was like, fertilize bush, nap in bush, woohoo in bush. And he's like, I don't think I did any of them. And I was just like, huh? And he's like, oh, you can tell I'm Australian because I'm like, I don't care about the bugs. I'm like, where's that stick going? Oh my gosh. All right. What's your favorite death?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Ooh, death by vending machine or death by Murphy bed. Just like something falling on you.
You're a crusher. I love that. All right. If you were a sim, any traits, what would your 3 traits be?
Perfectionist, unfortunately.
No.
Introvert is a trait, isn't it?
I think it was Sims 3, but yeah, you can have that.
What else would I be? That's a tough one. What would the third one be? I have no idea. I can't remember the name of the traits. It's gone blank. But I think it's like nice. Because I always try and be nice to people.
We'll give you good.
Yeah.
We'll give you good.
There we go, yeah.
We'll give you good. That's cute. No, I love that. Oh, can you name a cheat code off by heart?
No, because I used to. Yes, I can, which is Kaz.full edit mode.
Love that. Thank you. All right. What's the first thing you do when you get a new pack?
I have to look at all the new build mode items. But like I specifically mean like the build mode items for like building the house, not the furniture. I have to look at like the windows and the doors first.
I love that. That's so good. And do you have a signature build or buy mode item that you have to put in every single build? It's like your little thing that you put in there.
No, not really. I can't think. There's probably something that I put in every build, but it's probably a decor item I don't realize.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite item in the whole game that you just love putting in your builds? See, to me, it's those wooden hearts. You know the wooden hearts? This thing is called 2 hearts. And there's also like a rainbow version. That always goes in every single build.
If I have a decent sized kitchen, I always put it in like the cake platter, the one that's like on a stand with a glass top. Yeah, yep. I like putting that in.
Cute.
Or just like a fruit bowl. Yeah, it's got to have a fruit bowl.
All right, my last question for you is, how big is your mods folder?
Ooh, I could check that now. I don't know. I'll have to check it.
Is it organized?
Ooh, it is very organized.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
It is 5.84 gigabytes.
It's not too bad.
And I would probably say 2/3 to 3/4 of that is my own content.
That's fine. I mean, some people have it like up into like the 200 gigs, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, like no, I don't have that much stuff. Like, because I mainly build and like with my own stuff. Like, I make what I want, so I don't really need to download other people's stuff.
Yeah, I've only got about 6
Kaz stuff is generally other people.
Yeah, that's fair. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing the PowerSip speed round. Sponsored by PowerSip. Not really, though. Awesome. Well, it has been such a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. I don't have any more questions for you, but if you want to tell everybody where we can find your stuff, go for it.
They can find me on lots of places, but if they after my content, they can find me on sensationaldesigns.com. I can't remember.
Blogspot.
Blogspot.com.
Sensationaldesigns.blogspot.com.
Yeah.
I have it up here.
Thank you. I just, yeah.
You know,
but like, and if they want to find me on the socials, they're all linked through there, but I'm generally on Blue Sky or Tumblr.
Yeah. And it's Peacemaker_IC.
Or it's a dash in case they don't allow me to have an underscore.
Oh, that's true. Blue Sky. I love Blue Sky. Blue Sky is just giving me life.
It is. It's just so calming.
Ever since I've been on Blue Sky, I swear my life has just improved.
Yeah, I don't see all like the nasty stuff on Twitter. And no. I'm not calling it the new name. It's still Twitter.
It's still Twitter. We're dead naming it always. No, it's been so wonderful chatting with you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
go and check out the Grange Mudroom. And don't forget, you can also use either Peacemaker creator code or Woohoo creator code, but please go and support Peacemaker with his new amazing creator kit. Thank you so much for being here on Live Mode. How amazing. Oh my God. I'm so freaking grateful to be able to have Peacemaker on Live Mode today. So please go and check out his content. Like I said, you can go and check it out all over the internet. And yes, you can also use our creator codes. Use Peacemaker or CRYPTIC or Woohoo when you buy any one of these kits, because that's going to help us, because EA sends us a little bit of commission and it will basically help support our content. All right. Well, speaking of the kits, why don't we do a little bit of a Woohoo review and talk all about them? We've got 2 new creator kits from EA. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with kits, they're like small little tasters of content. So these are going to be things, sometimes they do gameplay ones, very rarely, but it's either going to be creator sim stuff, build mode stuff, or buy mode stuff. And every now and then they'll reach out to a custom content creator in the community and they'll work alongside them. And it's a really good way for people who don't use custom content, like console gamers and people who have lower end PCs, and they can actually have this in their game. Like, I personally don't use custom content because it's a pain in the bum to be able to take it out all the time whenever I do reviews. But I love to be able to support these amazing creators. So we've got 2 creators today. The first kit I'm going to talk about is the Essential Glam Creator Kit by CRYPTIC Sim. So CRYPTIC Sim is normally into Maxis Match style makeup. So this is a makeup creator sim kit. So obviously this is a podcast, so you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing here. So it's going to be a little bit different than the review that I've already done on YouTube. But I do have a review up on YouTube. If you want to see all the things that are in this kit, go and check out the link in the description. You'll find that there. But basically the way I explain this is like having really leveled up makeup in your Sims 4 game. So a lot of people who use custom content in their game, they are always getting very modern sort of style content. And this is a really nice updated makeup style, makeup palette for your Sims 4 game. And the best part about this is CRYPTIC Sim does amazing stuff. And oh my God, I'm going to talk straight up about the winged eyeliner, because I'm a winged eyeliner girly. I've been doing winged eyeliner for like 20 years. And I am so happy that we finally have something in the game that isn't custom content, that is actually, it looks incredible. There's like 6 swatches there. There's like 2 really, really nice winged eyeliners. One that goes down a little bit into the eye crease. I don't know what that's called. Tear duct, I guess. It's just beautiful to see this. We've also got some eyeshadows in here as well. There's some that are quite bright and goes really well with the eyeliners, but there's also a lot of neutral tones. So you're finding things that are brown, gold, green, silver, that kind of thing. But don't forget, you can also use the sliders. And the sliders in Creator Sim here are going to really be your best friend when it comes to this pack, because you can change the hue, you can change the opacity and the brightness, and then you can actually create really nice looks with this. Because when we move into the blush, there's some intense blush here. There's like a nice sun-kissed blush in different shades. Again, you can change the shades, but it's very, very intense. But if you layer that with the face paint, there's one there that sort of sits on top and it kind of looks like concealer, and it almost looks like you've set your foundation, and it's beautiful. It's really nice. In the face paint, we've also got some freckles, and I found that the freckles kind of disappear underneath that. So if you're using a darker skin tone, you'll find that these will actually disappear, and that was a bit heartbreaking. And also the other bad thing I found about this is that nothing is available for men. So if you're using male Sims and want to put some makeup on your male Sims, you'll have to turn off the feminine filter. In saying that, though, the men do have access to the face paint, which gives your Sims a little bit more dimension. Now, we'll talk about the lipsticks as well. There's some beautiful lipsticks in here. I think there's about 12 different lipsticks. Again, I'm pulling this out of my butt. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry. But the lipsticks are beautiful. There's lots of different types. There's some glossy ones that have a beautiful shine. There's also ones that are very matte and have a lovely line, because that's really important, because a lot of the Sims' lips aren't the same sort of lined. And then there's this one that's like Bratz, and it's like a dark line with a different colored lighter on the inside, and that's really cool. Then there's a little bit of, as Peacemaker was saying, it's kind of detailed maxes. So there are some wrinkly lips in there. And if this is sort of like a style that you want to go for without pushing straight into that alpha style content, this might be for you. However, if you're zooming right in on your sim, then you'll see it. But obviously, I usually play a little bit further back, so you're probably not going to see it that much. And some Sims content has got this, like just normal Sims EA content. So I wasn't too worried about it because it's not massively alpha. But just keep that in mind. It's going to be a little bit more detailed than what we're used to. All that in mind, I played this one for a little bit. I haven't really used much of it because I've been doing other things. However, I gave this one a 6 out of 10. I feel like we definitely needed a makeup kit. We also need a hair kit, so I'm hoping that one comes next. But it's great. Honestly, CRYPTIC Sim is a wonderful creator, and I was really excited to see the collaboration with this one here. So if you are after some makeup, definitely go and check this one out. You can get it on the EA app store. It's usually about $7. So you can also use CRYPTIC's code and they will get a little bit of a bounce back from EA. So let's also talk about the other kit. So this is a build buy mode kit. It does include some build mode items. Like I think we've got some beautiful wallpapers and stuff in there as well. But Peacemaker is mainly known for doing his buy mode stuff. So he does these beautiful sets and they're lots of different colors, and this is sort of all about him. So it is the Grange Mudroom Kit. He talked mainly about it just then, so I'm not going to go too much into detail about it because you already know. But basically, as you know, Grange, it's going to be like a country farmhouse. Mudroom is where you're going to be putting your gum boots and your hiking boots and all your shoes and stuff before you get into the house. So you're keeping your house nice and clean. And yeah, this is giving you lots of different colors. So you're sort of thinking about like, what is it going to be when you first walk into your house? So we've got these cupboards and we've got places to hang your hats. So there's some hat rack. There's also a little coat rack. These aren't shelves, but there's so many different spaces where you can put lots of different clutter. And Peacemaker was talking about all the different clutter that he's got in there as well. Now, the mirror in there, I didn't ask him about the play school thing. I thought it was a reference to play school. I'm going to have to confirm that with him as well. But there's a beautiful mirror in there and there's just lots of really fun stuff. So if you are into, really having your Sims house feel lived in, this is going to be for you. I really liked it, and I know it sounds really biased, but I did actually use this twice before even reviewing the kit. And I was telling Peacemaker that I used his stuff before. I've also used CRYPTIC Sim stuff before as well. But again, not big on the CC, but I know these names. They're like household names in the Sims area. And of course, I rated this quite high because even though I'm an all-rounder Sims player, I love doing everything. But I feel like this had so much that we've sort of needed that we didn't really know we needed. So I gave this 8.5 out of 10. So if you're after some kits, you want to boost up your game a little bit. The thing about kits is it's kind of like a pick and mix. So, if you want this in your game, go and get it. But you don't need to collect them all if you feel like it's going to break the bank. Kits rarely go on sale as well. So, but they are cheap. $7, that's the price of what? A Happy Meal. So, they're my reviews. If you want to go check out my full review, you can go onto my YouTube and check that out. But yeah, I really liked these two kits and I really hope The Sims keep making some more creator kits. So thank you so much to EA for providing me codes so I could check those ones out for you. Let's finish off this episode with the Plumbob Press because there has been of course there's been drama, but there's been some updates. So obviously we had the kits and they kind of got thrown onto us. We didn't really realize they were coming. So yeah, that came out of the blue. We were sort of like, wow, okay. And aside from a little bit of a leaky tin, we didn't know. So let's talk about it. There was a new base game update. And we knew this was coming because it was in the roadmap. And the only thing I knew about it was that there was going to be some skin details. So let's have a chat about the base game update. Again, all the links are going to be in the description below so you can go and read all the patch notes. And I love reading the patch notes, especially when they're silly. But they've been a little bit serious lately. Okay, so the base game update. What is new? New skin details, wrinkles, freckles, and more. New skin details have been added to the base game. For teens and older, we've added a selection of rosacea, dark spots, age spots, and eye bags, as well as stretch marks, freckles for bodies. For adult Sims, we've also added mouth wrinkles and body wrinkles. The other new thing that was kind of hush-hush, or the new word that I learned is kept mum, is the pack selection. Now, this is where it got a little bit spicy, and we'll talk about this in a sec. The pack selection feature allows you to customize your experience when starting a new save. Okay, so when you start a new save, you can actually turn off packs now. And this is very similar to what they had at the end of life of The Sims 3. So this helps free up resources on your PC, Mac, or consoles without needing to uninstall packs that you don't use. So there is a way around this without using this pack selection, and James Turner has a blog about that. So I will put that on there if you don't want to use the pack selection. And this is what we've been doing for years. So thank you, Jimmy T. Love you, babe. James Turner, also known as a Sim Supply. I feel like I always laugh. I feel like he's like Prince, formerly known as Prince, the artist formerly known as the Sim Supply. The best. Oh my God, what a legend. So then we had some performance updates. So in this patch, we've made several optimizations to enhance your gameplay experience. Enhanced rendering performance for smoother visuals, improved responsiveness, fixed issues causing crashes, addressed shadow flickering to ensure more stable reflections in water, resolved problems with lighting to maintain consistent brightness throughout gameplay. So that's your performance. Then there were some bug fixes. So this is The Sims 4. So it seems like they've added the sneakers, the jeans, the tucked tees, and some hairs. They've all updated the categories for that. On the console, it looks like they've updated some, I don't know, user agreements and settings within volume levels and stuff like that. And then we go into the pack-specific updates. So high school years, something about teens, and they all have high school day tasks now. So I don't play high school years, so letting you know that's been updated. Businesses and hobbies. When adding a sim from the gallery or my library that has custom tattoos to a household into a new game, the sim skin no longer turns pitch black. It seems like we're still having issues with this. So I'm interested to see if this has actually been resolved. Enchanted by Nature. More flexibility. The ailment spread is a toggle now. So you can turn it on and off. And this is kind of cool to know because I was having no ailments in the last play. And it was fine. I was finding it really hard to complete a task because I'm like, there's no ailments. I walked around for 3 sim days and only 1 ailment. So it was driving me crazy. When cooking, Sims with bad luck are now less likely to start a fire. And I kind of like this because I had one sim who didn't even have bad luck and every single day started a fire and she had full cooking. So I don't know about that. And then there was an update on the sleek bathroom kit, dirty slate on the Serenity Stone tubs, and basically they've just been updated to display with the correct color when they're dirty. So that was the update. Now people were not happy with this. Everybody went absolutely completely bonkers and were like, oh, we don't want this free stuff. We want a fixed game. So the community was very, it was chaos for a little bit, and we kind of sat on our hands as creators and were like, ooh, yeah, we know, but like you're getting free stuff. So they're working on it. It was really hard in the creator space because we know we want a game that works well. We're trying to, you know, we're not the developers, but, you know, it's not easy for the developers to fix these problems. And I'll read into that why. So there is an amazing legend. We know them as Crinrict, and they are the ones that help everybody out in the forums. So Crinrict made a post on Blue Sky saying, hey, everyone, please spread the word. Mostly caught up with the forum, and the main issue is still saves, crashing, reloading, endless loading. A lot of people claim they remove their mods and still have issues, and then they just rant. EA needs the info. We need helpers. Please provide that info. So then they followed up and said, but how do I do that? And they've actually posted a really good thing on how to actually fix and report your crashes. So if you're experiencing any issues in your Sims 4 game, we want to hear about it. So I will put all these links below and how to do that. So this is crashing back to the map, endless loading, start here. And this is how you can remove your mods, update your mods, and then if you're still having issues, we need that save so that EA can further investigate. Now, we had a couple of days go past, and I was going to record this yesterday, but I thought I'd wait one more day because I saw an announcement and I was like, ooh, I'll just wait. But in the meantime, there was also, this is kind of not applicable to us, but Primark, I don't know how to pronounce it, in the UK are also doing pajamas. So that's kind of irrelevant to us, but I really hope we get that because I was talking to my friends the other day about making Sims pajamas. Like, how fun would that be? Anyway, I must have manifested it, but for the wrong country. But Primark are doing a collaboration with The Sims. I'll put the deets in the bottom if you want to have a look at that. It's very cute, but we won't be able to get it. I even tried to do like international shipping, and no, it doesn't work. So if you have a friend in the UK, maybe they can send it to you. So this is where it starts to get a little bit juicy. And this is community concerns with save file issues. So The Sims Direct posted this massive thing, and it's very good of EA to do this because I'm one for transparency, and I feel like EA has lost a lot of transparency, and I believe it's something to do with corporate capitalism, whatever. We're not getting into that. But it's nice that they did this, but it seems like they've sort of seen the reaction of the community and they have fixed it by being a little bit more transparent. And of course, the community is still not happy, but we'll go into that. So this is the post. It basically says, we've received questions from players with concerns about the For Rent expansion pack and save file issues in The Sims 4, and today we're sharing a detailed update on this, but here's the quick TLDR. We've fixed 29 community reported issues on For Rent and have 37 currently under investigation, with 11 requiring more info from players. 2 of those issues related to save file concerns, with a combined total of 222 votes from players. We have a partial fix currently identified for the issue of the most votes, and we'll share updates as we have them. For save file issues more broadly, we're currently aware of 6 issues that players correlate with save corruption. Our investigations show that this is a complex situation, not a single bug, and given the huge variance in devices, setups, packs, and other factors, we will continue to require thorough investigation by our team. We're committed to tackling this, and any detailed reports players can share will really help us progress. If you're experiencing a serious issue, please use this post. So I've got the post in the below. When you go into the blog, it gives you a whole more detailed rundown, and I'm so grateful for EA for actually doing this because everybody's up in arms. The moment they post anything, they're like, the game is fucked, bugs are fucked, this game is shit. And it's like, yeah, okay, it's one thing to get on the internet and be a keyboard warrior, but are you doing anything about fixing your game? No. So how are you helping the situation at all? Well, here's how you help, okay? EA needs your save file, otherwise no one's going to get it fixed. So let's talk about how we can do that today. So EA says, nothing is more important to us than the performance of our game and our players' enjoyment of it. We've been investigating these issues thoroughly before we provide an update. What we discovered is this is not a single bug, and given the complex variance in devices. So your computer is different to everybody else's computer. Your setup, you might have different packs. You may have mods. This is what they're currently working on. To address this community concern, we're providing an update below on the For Rent issues we're currently investigating, current issues with The Sims 4 that might impact saves, how we prevent issues before release, what to do if you're experiencing serious issues with your game. And they've actually given a whole list of bugs. So you can go onto this forum and me too. So you can click on this little thing and go me too. And the more people who click me too means the more severe it is. So the more people who, instead of just sitting on their keyboards responding to Twitter posts, if people actually go into these forums and, help, then things are going to get done. Because instead of just bitching on the internet, the EA reps are actually going to be looking at the forums because that's where people actually go to get help. So these are some more quotes that I took from the actual blog post. It says, it's important to note that just because these issues are not unique to For Rent, they may have some connections to For Rent that could be uncovered during investigation. So you can expect us to share updates as we find them. Well, I'm expecting to know these. I'm expecting. Oh my God. I just want to know. I want more transparency from the Sims team. So I'm excited. We're committed to continue investigating these issues and work towards making progress alongside shipping fixes for other top community concerns. We aim to deliver updates quickly once we have new or helpful information, keeping our players informed of our progress. We're unable to recreate every potential Sims scenario across the different combination of packs, playstyles, and devices before launch. Once it's been released, we utilize player feedback to understand what issues are being experienced by how many people and patterns of what might be causing them to aid our resolution. While many players continue to play without interruption, we understand experiencing these issues may be frustrating, and we remain committed to making progress against them. Plus, we've seen players ask for information on how to back up saves, so we'll be sharing this soon. So it really does seem like they actually care. And a lot of people are saying, oh, what about the bug team? They're working on it. So I'm really excited to see where this is going. And let's talk about the community's feedback. And I sort of picked some, I'm going to say infamous negative people. I'm not going to name names, but I'm sure you all know who they are. There's always a couple of people that are posting and they're always quite negative. But I pulled some of these out because one was hilarious and these ones are quite important. Thank you for finally speaking up about it in actual depth. And this is from somebody who normally is quite negative. So I was like, yep, I am giving you a like on that. Thank you. Someone else, I don't know who this is. Any detailed reports players can share, they're modded. And this is why people aren't sharing, because they're modded and they don't want to take their mods out. So take your mods out and all you do is you copy your folder, put it on your desktop. That's all you do. Then start the game again. It's not like, you're going to lose anything because you can just start a new save and just play a different game for a little bit and just see how it goes. Another person said, I appreciate you guys being transparent about it. And then this cracked me up. This guy commented like 4 or 5 times and they're all so aggressive, but I have to share it because it's just, it's just Twitter. And I quote, fucking fix for rent. We fucking sick and fucking tired of excuses. It's been fucking years. Stop make excuses. It's been fucking years. Are your developers that fucking stupid? We know that executive office is filled with worthless, overpaid, fucking greedy jackass. My wallet closed until. And that was just one. I just had to pull that out because it was so good. Honestly, The Sims were responding to a lot of people saying, hey, I see you're having problems. Please comment here. And it was actually, they were individually responded to. It wasn't just copy pasted. So again, I hope that people can actually acknowledge that someone does care. And again, you can see all of this. I've also put the Sims community post in there too. So what do you think about this? What are your thoughts? Because I'm really excited to see what they're doing, and I have no idea what's coming for the future. There's been leaks. I'm not talking about the leaks though, because you can't see it. I just rolled my eyes. But thank you so much for being here for this episode of Live Mode. I hope you had fun. I did. It was amazing chatting with Peacemaker, and I have some really, really cool guests coming up. If you have an awesome little subject that you'd like me to delve into, I'm thinking about doing either music or Simlish, something like that, or maybe the art of The Sims. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. And if you picked up either one of these packs, what's your favorite? Yeah, what are you excited for? Please let me know. And I'll see you in my next podcast. All right. Be nice to yourself, and have a great day. Dag. Bye-bye.